Christy Norvell.
I'm Paul Norvell.
We just bought a home in Council Ridge. We purchased a move-in ready home. That's sort of what fit with our timeline. He had accepted a job down in Oklahoma and we had to get down here.
We moved out of the Northeast. We're in Massachusetts and it's miserable up there trying to afford anything, especially for first-time home buyers. Oklahoma just made a lot more sense. Christy lived here as a kid, so we had somewhat of a basis. She knew her way around a little bit. I had been here once. Decided to trust her, and here we are.
We knew we needed to get a house, and I wasn't able to come down and actually see the houses in person because I still had to work. And so we kind of had a list going of houses that we wanted to look at in person, and so Paul met with a realtor and she took him through kind of our top 5 houses and gave me a little FaceTime tour as he was going through, and then we had it narrowed down to our 2 favorites, and they both happened to be homes by Tabor. And from those favorites, we kind of did a little bit more online comparison and chose one of them. And so for me, the first time that I was actually able to step into the house in person was such an amazing feeling. My absolute favorite thing, which had us narrowed down to those 2 houses, is wood look tile floors. We love the look of wood floors. However, we have pets and we didn't want them to get dinged, scratched, to wear over time. We wanted something that was easy and would always look nice. And so when we discovered these wood look tiles, that was, okay, I know what I want now.
When we first started looking for a house, it was a lot of online research, Zillow, Realtor.com, things like that, a lot of home builder websites. We worked with both realtor and a community sales rep. Toby was really great and everything. He texted me after the first time we stopped by, answered a bunch of questions pretty much right away, even if it was some the next morning. I remember I asked him if my truck would fit in a garage. So we went out the next day and measured the garage for us.
Especially for us being in 2 different states during the time, it went a lot smoother than I expected. There was, of course, a lot that went into it, but we never felt like we were left hanging. There were always people making sure that everything was okay, that the ball was rolling, that we were getting the documents we needed, or whatever we were asked to do. So we never felt kind of stranded. I've heard of stories where they're just kind of left off.
I think both of our favorite things is having a yard. We've got 2 big dogs, so being able to watch them run around in the backyard and not have to worry about anything has been a real nice change.
I know, and they can hang out with us when we're sitting out there with the fireplace, and it really is like having an extra room out there. It's really neat.
I think one of my favorite weird unexpected features would be just how deep the drawers are, because I hate pulling a drawer out and then having to search underneath the counter for something that I'm looking for, but these come all the way out, and it's
so
amazing.
Much cabinet space.
Final walkthrough, we noticed a big wet spot on the front lawn, kind of right around where the sprinkler system hooked into everything. They said no issue. They got the landscapers out of there later that day, closed later that afternoon. Got everything taken care of with that. My
parents are talking about moving to Oklahoma in a year or 2, and we've already said, like, you have to get one of these houses. You'll love it so much. When we were comparing different homes, even online without me seeing them, you could just tell the difference in the quality right away. All of the things that are considered extras for other builders, they come standard with every house. Paul was really concerned about tornadoes, having never lived here. The fact that we have a storm shelter, we don't have to worry about it. It's just all of those little things really add up and they make a big impact.